Penguin Random House Audio presents The Madonna of the Mountains by Elise Valmorbida. Read for you by Cecilia Gragnani.
1923. Snow Melt. Her father has gone to find her a husband. He's taken his mule, a photograph, and a pack of food. Homemade soppressa sausage, cold polenta, a little flask of wine. No need to take water. The world is full of water. It's springtime, when a betrothal might happen. As sudden as a wild cyclamen from a wet rock. As sweet as a tiny violet fed by melting mountain snow. Maria Vittoria is embroidering a sheet for her dowry trunk. Everyone is working hard, making use of the light. 12 huddled households chopping, fixing, hammering, cooking, washing, hoeing, setting traps, pruning vines, stripping and weaving white willow, planting the tough seeds, oats, tobacco, cabbage, onions, peas, and the animals are making their usual racket. But the whole contra feels wanting without her father, a body without a head. In his breast pocket, he has the only photograph there is of her, made when she was 17, together with her sisters, brothers, parents, grandparents. She's almost unmarriageable now, at 25 years old, but she's strong and healthy, and her little sister Egidia says she's pretty. It's just bad luck, or God's will, or destiny, that there are no eligible men in this valley, or the next one, just sickly inbreds and hunchbacks and men mutilated by the Austrians. It doesn't help that the contra is so hard to get to, so far from the towns, and her father won't accept the hand of just anyone. He has his name and standing to consider. He owns some property. He is a man of business. He even has note paper with his name printed on it. Before the photograph, before the evacuation, Maria had a proposal. The fellow had come all the way from Villafranca. He had documents saying he didn't have to fight anymore, that he'd have a proper pension and special privileges. But he'd lost a finger and an eye. Who knows what else he's missing, her father said when he turned the offer down. We can do better than that. And Mama said what everyone says, all the cousins, all the women. No se rifiuta nessun, neanche se le gobe storto. Refuse nobody, even if he's hunchbacked and crooked. And Papa told her to shut up with her stupid sayings. Maria whispers to herself, imagining a field daisy, pulling off one petal after another. El me ama, el me abrama, el me abbraccia, el me vol ben, el me mantien, el me ama, el me abrama, non me vole, el me dice su. He loves me, he covets me, he hugs me, he cares for me, he supports me, he loves me, he covets me, he doesn't want me, he tells me off. She repeats prayers from the Christian bride. This book, her only book, is dear to her. Small, bound in blue leather, with tiny gold lines around each page. It has more prayers than she can say, and more sermons than she can remember. But the guidance at the beginning, for my dear young girl, lifts her spirit and shows her the way. While you pray, you do well to add light mortifications of the flesh. This is a way of offering sacrifice and also releasing your spirit from life's petty irritations. She pricks herself with a needle in her fingertips. She watches as the blood appears. Her sewing must wait. She wipes the dots with her handkerchief. Please, Lord, grant me the piety to accept the holy sacrament of marriage, she whispers aloud. even though there is no one to hear her. Holy Mary, Mother of God, ask him to grant me a man who will protect me and give me a devoted Christian family. But secretly, she is thinking of how handsome her beloved will be, as kind in the face as Jesus, as straight-backed as the priest, as tall as her father, and sweet-smelling like a woman. Will he have a moustache like her papa, thick and bushy? Will he have a beard like her grandfather, a swathe of old tobacco masking his face and neck? Or will he have a moustache like her brother, two thin lines ending in points? She imagines the hair on his handsome face tickling her cheek. Her heart beats like a bird's wings. She banishes these thoughts and pricks herself, once in each fingertip, neat as a rosary. At the Canaan wedding feast, where Jesus turned water into wine, the bride and groom had no appetite for blind passions. They knew that God would hold them strictly accountable on Judgment Day. Maria pricks herself at each wrist now that she has done her 10 fingertips. She wipes the blood with her handkerchief again. She must keep the wedding sheet clean and white, like her soul, like her body, immaculate and new. But she's old, 25 years old, and untouched by a husband. Her fingers are without thimbles. She has hands that can wring an animal's neck, arms to stir a pot of boiling polenta. She's a good investment for any man, if only he can overlook her age. She gazes out of the window. The eaves and sills are dripping. The world beyond is dripping as it thaws. Some of the trees are still under snow, stooped and blanketed. She hears a mule complaining. And then the church bells, clear and bold despite the distance. One continuous minute of tolling, single notes. They are melancholy, not happy-sounding like a baptism. Then there is a pause. Someone is dead. Then another minute of bells. If it stops now, it is a woman who has died. Perhaps the old witch who lives like a lunatic in her nightdress. There is a pause. Then another minute of ringing. It's a man who has died. Another dead man in the world. A man gets 3 minutes, and a woman gets 2 minutes, because a man is more important. Because Adam was the first man, and Jesus was a man, and God is the Lord. And the disciples were men, and priests are men, and the Pope is a man. Her father is making his journey up and down the valleys, picking his path against steep slopes of softening snow, risking avalanches and wolves, perhaps. Who knows what dangers he will have to brave? People wander, but mountains stay put. And yet mountains are fickle. A chasm can appear suddenly with a slip of the foot. A sunny sky lulls a hunter like a child to venture too far. A freezing fog blinds the world in moments. A sly air creeps into the lungs and becomes pneumonia. Maria sews and sews. White blossoms in a wavy line. The linen is not the most expensive, but it's good enough in quality. And tough. It will be years before she has to darn or patch. Her betrothed will admire her handiwork. He will stroke her embroidered flowers, and then he will stroke her cheek like a flower. And they will hold each other as close as 2 walnut halves. And children will eventually appear, with God's help, because children and flowers make a house a home. Fioi e fiori I fa la casa. The border of her bedsheet is almost complete. It must be a sign. Just 3 more blossoms with curling stems and sprays of tiny buds in between. Satin stitch and chain stitch and stem stitch, all white. She feels sure that when she reaches the hem at last...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?